Greetings everyone. Today we're going to explore solving compound inequalities, but specifically in this video, and inequalities. Now if we review, we've already gone over or. You're going to go left or right. So they went apart. The difference today is and graphs are always going to come together. I'm standing here and here, which means I'm in the middle, I'm together. So those are our only two options, or always apart and always together. Let's look at our first example. We want to graph on a number line all real numbers, that's x, that are greater than -3 and less than, that's less than 5. So let's start with our two numbers. I've got -3 and 5. If you have a number line, of course, you use those exact points. Greater than would be an open circle. Less than would be an open circle. And here's the, kind of the cheat today. If it says and, they're going to come together in the middle. You almost don't even need arrows. You can just connect. Or if you've been zigzagging, zigzag in the middle, shade in the middle. Let's try another one. The difference here is look at how this is written. The x is physically in the middle, which means I'm shading in the middle. And so if I look at this statement, I've got -8 and 5. At -8, there's a bar underneath, right? So that means solid. If I look at the 5, there's no bar, so it's open. And here's what you don't even have to worry about. If the x is physically in the middle, we shade in the middle, or we go up and over in the middle. Now you might be thinking, but Mortvet, that looks like it says less than by that 8. No, because here's the thing. If I separate this out, you don't have to write this part down, but let's just talk about it for a second. If I separate out this function, I would have this, right? Well, I always tell you to write the letter first, so if I flip-flop it, it does mean greater than -8. And if I separate this out, it does mean less than 5. So because we'd have a flip-flop, it is greater than -8 and less than 5. Now that's thinking above and beyond and breaking it apart, which is, to be honest, unnecessary. If the x is in the middle, shade in the middle. Now this next problem, this is new. This is going to look different than anything we've done before, so pay close attention. You'll notice that when I look at my inequality, the work is in the middle of two inequalities. So we're going to start by drawing two lines. That's kind of weird, right? Now, our steps are the same though. Let's look at that letter. Currently, the letter has a subtract 4. So how do I undo that? Well, I add 4. The difference now is I always say what you do to one side, you do to the other. But now what I do to one side, I do to all 3 sides. See how that works out? So the opposites go away. The m falls down. Well, that's the same. My symbol falls down. That's the same. I'm going to calculate. -3 plus 4 is 1. -1 plus 4 is 3. That's the same. Okay? The difference is you have a second answer side you're dealing with. All right? Well, let's graph. We've got a number 1 and 3. 1 has a line under it, so it's going to be solid. 3 does not, so it's going to be open. That's the same. And what's new? The m is in the middle, so I shade in the middle. Let's try this again. We're going to create 3 columns. So what I do to one, I do to all. My first step, instead of a big divide by 2, we're going to undo it and times everything by 2. That looks a little weird, right? Well, the opposites go away. 6 minus q falls down, symbol falls down, and let's calculate. I've got 2 times negative 1, negative 2, 3 times 2, 6. All right, let's go again. Next, I see a positive 6. So I'm going to minus 6 from all 3 sides. Opposites go away. Negative q falls down, symbols fall down. Let's calculate. Negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8. 6 minus 6 is 0. That's okay. Let's go again. We have one more step. This technically is a negative 1. Instead of times negative 1, let's divide by negative 1. What I do to 1, I do to all. Opposites go away. Q falls down, but let's stop for a second. What did I just divide by? I just divided by a negative, so we have to flip both signs. Both signs. If you flip one, you flip all, right? Let's calculate. Negative 8 divided by negative 1 is positive 8. 0 divided by negative 1 is 0. So my numbers are 0 and 8. Well, 0 goes on the left, 8 goes on the right, right? Regular old number line. They both have lines under, so they're both solid. And if the letter's in the middle, we shade in the middle. That's the same. Everything today that's and or in the middle is in the middle. Everything. Okay, we're going to stick to that one task today. So every graph today should go up and over, meet in the middle, shade in the middle. All of it. Anytime it's in the middle or says and, it's in the middle. All right, make sure you check Google Classroom to see what the task is, see what our practice is. Let me know if you have questions, and until next time, have a good one.